My boyfriend is getting too comfortable. Me, 21 female, and my boyfriend, 21 male, have been together for almost 3 years and living together for almost 2. I'm at university and work as a manager, and he has a full-time job working 30 to 40 hours a week. At the start, it was your stereotypical happy and progressive relationship. He'd give me flowers, make me coffee in the mornings. I'd cook his favorite meals if he had a bad day, and we would go on dates. Our friends used us as a template for the perfect relationship since we knew how to communicate, and anything that almost became a fight was resolved within the day. We were both on the exact same wavelength with everything. In the past year, it's become really difficult to have good communication. I've kept doing what we've always done and brought up anything bothering me and how we can resolve it, but he started making empty promises. For example, my university semester started, and I got a promotion at work, so I asked him if we could shuffle the house chores a bit since I was doing way more hours. He said yeah, of course, and gave me the normal hug and kiss, but nothing changed. If I bring it up again, he just brushes it off as yeah, I'll do it later, but he doesn't. I thought he might have been struggling with something that he didn't want to tell me about, so I gave him more leeway and just asked for a little bit of help here and there. So I would make dinner and just ask that he unloads the dishwasher afterward, but he would do the same thing, agree but pretend I hadn't asked. The final straw for me was a couple of days ago. We were getting a bunch of furniture moved to our house, and my parents were helping us at 10 a.m. I told my boyfriend this, and he said that's completely fine, but he's already agreed to go clubbing with our friends. I said that's fine as long as he helps me clear out the living room for the new furniture before he leaves. He says that his friends want to have a house party until 6, and I say we can't be out that late but we can stay out until 3. He says that's fine. I hadn't been on a night out in ages, so they invited me along. I had just got a new dress, and I was really excited to go out. I got my dress and makeup ready and told my boyfriend that we had to start moving furniture now if it was gonna be ready in the morning. He said sure, give him a minute to finish a fight in his video game. I started moving things and, to be honest, really struggled with the heavy stuff, so I reminded him to help me move things. He tells me to wait. 2 hours go by with me struggling to lift couches, and he jumps into the room, dressed up and ready to leave. He quickly tells me that he's ordered a taxi and is leaving soon. I ask, what about moving the furniture? He just shrugs. I say that I can't go on a night out without moving this stuff first. He just brushes it off. I remind him to at least be back by 4 a.m. so that he won't be super hungover while helping in the morning. Long story short, I had to stay home and move the furniture so we would have room in the morning. He still went out without me. I was done by about 1 a.m. and woke up at about 7, and he still wasn't home. He answered and told me he was at the house party but he'll be home soon. He got home exactly 10 minutes before my parents arrived. In short, he promised he would be home by 3 but came home at 10 a.m., made me stay home alone to sort the furniture, and when the furniture was finally in the house he refused to help me move any of it again. This happens constantly. If he promises to make dinner, I end up making myself a sandwich at midnight because he didn't do it. If he promises to wash our clothes, he only washes clothes that he is going to wear the next day. He promises to buy me flowers again, but it's been almost a year since he has. I brought this up to him yesterday night, saying that I didn't feel loved, and felt used since I do everything. He again had the conversation saying he knows he's made mistakes, and he'll do anything to help me feel loved. I asked one thing, help me in the morning with chores. He promised. Guess what happened? I, of course, ended up doing all of them myself. I'm getting so fed up with mothering him and forgiving him continuously, and this is the first time in 3 years I've actually thought about leaving. I know that I won't because I really do love him and his family, but nothing I do can get through to him. Update 2 months later, a lot has happened since my last post. I took the words and advice from the comments and gave him an ultimatum. He needed to fix the problems I mentioned in the original post, or I'd leave. I sat him down and explained that he was treating me like his mother, not his partner. I'd set up a bed in my office, and would sleep in a different room until he proved he didn't need me to take care of him at his whim. He was super shocked that I'd hit him with this out of nowhere, ignoring that I'd been asking for help for months. I had to drag one of the spare beds up the stairs and set up the room, all while he sat, refusing to help me. Fine, nothing I'm not used to. I realized once the office was set up how happy it made me to have my own space without needing to fix all of his problems, and he did not take that happiness well. I noticed him getting snarky and aggressive whenever he saw how much I was enjoying my holiday from catering to him, and just overall being weird but still not really doing his own stuff. He'd just leave mugs and plates to get moldy in his room or leave stuff everywhere in the living room. I noticed that he started to nitpick everything I did. It seemed like he was trying to find something, anything, to make me feel bad about, to make his fault seem less bad, I guess. He complained about my friend group on Discord because he didn't like that I had friends that weren't through him, even though I invited him to come on with us, introduced him, and he had a good time. He also complained that I wasn't giving him enough attention or helping enough. Yeah, welcome to my hellhole, pal, but everything he tried to fault me for was quickly shot down. Of course I'm friends with them. They haven't done anything wrong, and I've invited you to join all the time, and of course I'm not helping you. That's the point. Crap hit the fan after only 2 days of me staying in the office. My Discord group decided to get drunk and play Cards Against Humanity. I highly recommend this, by the way, and I told my partner about it. He just said, okay, and so I went upstairs. Once I was already pretty tipsy, I got a message asking me to come downstairs. I told my Discord to pause the game and give me 5 minutes. When I went downstairs, he looked at me with the scariest face and said, "Do you want to tell me anything, huh?" Holding my old phone, in our entire relationship, I have never done anything to be disloyal or anything, so I had no clue what he meant. I asked, still giggling from the drink, "Tell you what?" I don't remember exactly what he said, but he said that he knew, and I should admit it to him now because he had evidence. I still had no clue, so I told him this, still stumbling a bit, and asked to see the evidence. He proceeded to go through my old phone's photos until he reached over 4 years ago, well before we were dating, by the way, and showed me a picture of my assaulter, not a naughty picture or anything, literally a selfie. He showed me this smugly and proceeded to tell me that I cheated on him, with the guy who SA'd me, before we were even together. Ladies and gentlemen, they say it's impossible to fall out of love instantly, but that's been proven false. I gave him one last chance to take it back and asked, "Are you jealous of him?" And he confirmed that yes, he wished he had done it first. In his defense, I genuinely think he worded this badly and didn't mean he wished he had SA'd me, but holy hell, my drunk brain did not like that one. I don't even remember what I properly said, but I broke up with him on the spot. I explained I'm staying in the office until I find a flat, and he is not to talk to me at all. He realized that him trying to guilt me backfired, and he started crying. I just went upstairs, put my headset on, and said, "Guess who's single?" Long story short, my Discord collectively decided to keep me on a video call constantly because they had a bad feeling about me still living in the same house, and God were they right. He left to stay with his mum, who's down the road, but decided to try to kick the door down at midnight. Why? Everyone in the Discord was flirting with me, mostly jokes, and this dude took my old phone and logged into everything to find more stuff to guilt me on. I had to phone my parents to pick me up because he had gotten in and was throwing crap around, accusing me of cheating again. I'm now staying with my parents until I find a flat, and I'm lucky to have my Discord friends because if they hadn't witnessed his freakout on camera, I don't think anyone would have believed me. Love you guys.